Well, if this movie proves anything, it's that Paris Hilton can sure take a pole to the face. Released in 2005, where every horror flick had a rock soundtrack, oversaturated color grading, and a CW heartthrob of a cast. But this isn't your typical horror remake. No siree, this one is gritty, sweaty, and just soaking in atmosphere. It's an effects-driven early 2000s slasher-esque type of flick that actually goes for the carnage. So let's peel back the wax of this film and see what's lying underneath. Let's talk about House of Wax. A group of 20-something-year-old friends who are road tripping to a football game decide to camp out one night and get stranded in this town that looks like a melted Norman Rockwell painting. The whole town is made of wax, and spoiler alert, so are the people. Every smile, every frozen pose of every single wax figurine is just a rotting skeleton underneath, and that is just so creepy. Two deranged brothers are carrying on their mother's legacy by turning the entire town into a wax sculpture, and they start getting a little overzealous when they turn the art into anatomy. The cast is like a time capsule of early 2000s royalty in Hollywood. Cuthbert, Padalecki, Murray, Hilton, everybody does their job to what people would expect, and sometimes even more. Alicia Cuthbert is the real MVP of this movie, and honestly, while rewatching it, because I watched this movie a shitload when I was younger, I don't think she gets talked about enough as being a great final girl, because this girl goes through it. She bleeds, crawls, fights, but never loses that grounded, desperate energy. And I actually really liked her chemistry with Chad Michael Murray. I think they play siblings very well, from the rival beginning to them just trying to fight to survive to the bitter end. The kills? Pretty damn satisfying. Some of them are off screen, which are okay, but for the most part, they definitely go for it in this movie. Wade's slow coating in the hot wax is just so eerie but yet satisfying to watch. It's slick, methodical, and I think Tom Savini would be proud. The production design sells every grotesque detail, from the waxing scene to the entirety of the town. The town is definitely like its own little character in this movie, and that is a big selling point. You can practically smell the griminess of the film as well as the melting flesh under the wax. And it actually takes a while for the first kill to happen in the movie, and I was shocked again rewatching it with how invested I was in these characters, because by horror standards, they usually have a kill like every 15 minutes, but the first kill in this movie happens probably 20-30 minutes in. But then when the chaos starts, it just snowballs into full insanity. I also want to give a shout out to Brian Van Holt because, this YouTube channel is definitely going to do it for him. But on a serious note, he does a fantastic dual performance as Beau and Vincent Sinclair in this movie. It gives the film a more genuine menace. But if we're being honest, the plot is pretty thin, worse than a layer of wax under a heat lamp. A group of young adults getting stranded and then getting picked off one by one. Where have we seen that before in a horror film? Yeah, I know, it's very, very saturated in the horror community, but I think this film does it justice because the characters are interesting, the kills are really good, and the overall story that are being told with this genuine premise is pretty satisfying. The big twist that Beau and Vincent were the kids from the opening scene, yeah, that mystery was solved 40 minutes before the reveal even happened. And the last minute twist reveal that there's a third brother, like, bitch, please, come on. Why else would he be taking these people to this abandoned town that's not even on a map anymore? Obviously, he's a part of it somehow. It's like the writers realized, like, oh shit, we still have an actor on payroll, let's give him another scene quickly. It just didn't come together the way it should have. And the last thing I'll say on this movie in the bad category is that realism exits the building in the final act. The wax host meltdown scene looks great, to me personally, but if we're being honest, everybody in that would have been dead. And yet, somehow, our two leading characters just walk it off. They're totally fine. Okay. But still, it's hard to stay mad at a film when everything melting around you is just pure, glorious, mostly practical chaos. My verdict? House of Wax is a rare remake that outshines its inspiration by just being completely unhinged. It's a beautiful, messy mashup of early MTV music videos with grindhouse style. The effects slap, the atmosphere oozes, and it does exactly what a slasher should do. Give us creative kills, sweaty tension, and zero shame. My final score for House of Wax is a solid 8 out of 10. Not high art, but high temperature mayhem. Wax on, heads off. But that's it for this one, guys. If you liked this video or if you didn't like this video, hit that thumbs up button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell to stay up to date with all the horror content I have coming your way. Stay scared, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys next time with another fearful feature.